Hello there! Ever dreamed of building massive train lines across your Satisfactory world with just a few clicks? In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to create epic train lines using my blueprints. And guess what? You can download them for free. Okay, let's start by showing you what exact blueprints I have to offer. For that, we go into the blueprint library, and here you can see I have the big tracks where in total 6 train lines can run at the same time. So first things first, we have the highway straight one. It has 2 platforms, 6 train tracks in total, and some lightning. Then we have exactly the same piece with a power tower, and how to use that I'll show you in a minute. Then we have a 1 tile piece, which I use to create curves, which I also going to show you how. Then we have the same piece with some lights on it. Then I have some blueprints for my train tracks where you can branch off from the main train line to go to an outpost and pick up or unload stuff. And these include these tiny ones as well to create some curves. What I'm also going to offer you are some pillars. So here we have the pillar top. Then different heights of the same pillar style you can use. So a 5 foundation height one, a 4 one, a 3 one, a 2 one, and a single one. And now I'm going to demonstrate how to build these, and it's pretty easy. So first thing you want to do is grab a foundation and decide where you want to start your train line. Then what I recommend is, while holding the foundation to build, press and hold Control. That way you snap to the grid, the world grid Satisfactory has to offer. That way you can easily connect incoming train tracks together. Then what we want to do is to go vertical mode and go to a specific height, because with our train line we want to cover these dunes over there, for example. Now what you want to do is grab the first blueprint. I always start with that guy with the tower one and just place it down. Now next thing you want to do is grab the straight track without the power tower, and then you press R once or twice. Now we are in blueprint mode, and if you aim correctly, the blueprint does snap to the first one. Rotate into the place where it has to go, and make sure the white arrow there looks at this direction you want to build. It doesn't really matter, but these lights are going to align properly. Now, if you have that, you want to press R once more, and you can see we are now in build mode blueprint auto connect. That means if we click once now, these blueprint train tracks are now connected, indicated by these chain signals right here. Make sure you have 6 of them aligned, and then you click another one. And now we have built our second segment. And as you can see, I have lights on my train tracks. And in order for them to work, we have to connect the power lines as well. So let's say that power tower has already power connected to it, which you want to do anyways with your main power network, right? We have to connect from that light to that light, from that light to that light, and down below the exact same thing. That light to that light, and on the other side as well, that light to that light. And this way the power is connected. And my street lights are set on night mode on, so they only turn on if it's going to be night time. Now what you then want to do is you are going to grab that highway straight segment again and repeat these steps until you have placed down 5 segments in between. After 5 segments of these, you want to connect a one with a power tower again. I found out that way the power towers connect really nice to each other on a perfect length of the cables. And don't worry, you don't have to use fly mode for that. You can easily select a blueprint, hold it against that edge here, click twice, and the next segment is built. Now let's say you want to build a curve, and for that we have to consider 2 things. One thing is in which direction you want to go, right or left, and the other thing is how much of an angle you want to curve the tracks. So let's say on that train track we want to turn right. For that we go onto the left of the blueprints, take a foundation and hold it against that foundation here, place it down. Then you grab the exact same foundation again, and you want to aim that foundation on this top left corner of this first placed foundation there. Hold Control so it snaps to the edge of the foundation. Then you decide how much of a curve you want to do by rotating the mouse wheel. As you can see, you can nudge in small increments there. What I usually like to do is I build very smooth curves, so I just turn it once. Then I hold the hologram in place by pressing H. Then nudge it down, nudge it forward 4 times, nudge it to the side 4 times, and place it down. And now you have created a perfect angle on the outer edge of this foundation here. Now what you can do is you grab from my blueprints the highway with 1 tile there, hold it against that foundation. Don't worry, you don't have to be in blueprint or auto connect mode for that, and just place it down like this. Now you repeat that pattern a couple times until you're happy with where your curve wants to go. You can occasionally also switch to a blueprint where it has the lights on, like that. Then I grab the other blueprint again, connect like that, connect like this. Now, if you're happy with your curve, you're going to go and then place a normal track segment again, like so. And because we cannot place train tracks on these small little blueprints, we have to build them without first, but now you can just easily connect these train tracks together like so. And they create a pretty smooth curve, as you can see there. After that, you are removing these foundations again, and you have the curve right there. Now, let's say you want to branch off from the main train track to an outpost. Let's say we gather some materials over there, want to build a train station over there. What you can do now is take the blueprint straight outpost from my blueprint library, hold it against that blueprint you want to branch off of, and just place it down. Then you can immediately go and build the next segment. Just make sure you are in blueprint auto connect mode. Click twice and build that. Then do the next segment, exactly the same. And how these blueprints are connected to transport the power, we have to connect that knob with that knob there with the power line, and we are set to go. And then you can continue this track wherever it needs to go. Then what I like to do is remove that blueprint, or if I have the space, even remove a second blueprint. And because we cannot branch off with auto connect easily, you have to build this segment right in between these tracks by yourself. And for that, I suggest let your creative mind go overboard. And here's an example from my world. But snusi, this looks like shit. The train tracks just floating in the air. That's not how we like to do stuff in here. Don't you worry, I have you covered. For that, you grab the blueprints highway pillars, take that pillar out, and if you have blueprint mode on, they perfectly snap to these blueprints from the train tracks. You can rotate that thing in the direction you want to go. And for the highway pillar top, you just place it down. And if you have them in the same subcategory in your library, you just take that blueprint. You can press E and it goes to the next blueprint in that category. And for this occasion, I'm going to use the pillar for height and place it down. Then you decide which distances you want to build the pillars down, like that, and you continue this method however you want. But snusi, I don't like that yellow stuff all over my world. Don't worry. Before you place any blueprints down, you just go into a blueprint designer, load the blueprint in, and change the color of these lights to whatever color you want to be. Let's say blue, and copy them over and save the blueprints this way. You can even give them a color as well, so you know exactly which colors you have put in. Of course, you can do these on the pillars as well. So how can you download my blueprints for free? You click into the video description right here, then click on that link. It connects you to my Discord server. Once you are in my Discord server, you have to accept the rules by pressing that check mark. After that, you can see snusi's blueprints channel. There is a link to a Google Drive, which you open. On this Google Drive, there is an entire Satisfactory blueprints library. This blueprint library is going to be expanded. I'm going to add more and more blueprints for you to download. So you want to download the train track blueprints, right click and download. Once you have downloaded all these, what you want to do, you have to put them in a specific folder. If you type in %localappdata%, it's going to open this folder. You scroll down to factory game, to saved, to save games, then on your blueprints. Then these are your save games. Select the world you want to put it in. And remember, you had to create a blueprint before that. Doesn't matter what that blueprint is. Can even be one single wall. You have to create a blueprint before, otherwise this library won't show up. Also have to have unlocked the train stuff and the Mark II blueprint designer. As you can see, I have plenty of blueprints more here, and you put all these files into that folder. Once that's done, you jump back into game. You don't even have to reload the game. Go to your blueprints folder and they should be appearing here. From here you can edit, you can add some categories and subcategories to organize them to your liking. Now, if you have any blueprint suggestions I should cover on my channel, let me know in the comments down below. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments or in my Discord server. We are all happy to help. And if you want to see what else cool stuff is possible with Trainlines, go check out that video right here. So thanks for watching, and the closer is overrated.